Against? Thank you, that's carried. So we now move on to number 9. So hang around, Angus. You're very lucky today.
Kia ora, councillors. So the report in front of you is for the purpose of initiating a process. So notification of a desire to stop and ultimately close a piece of road. Page 109, if you look at page 109 of the report, just so we're really clear, we're talking about the piece of road from Wainoni Road through to Kerrs Road corner, and the piece of Kerrs Road that currently sits in the red zone land. Where did David go? Before we actually notify, there's some design work to be done in that area, so that when we notify, people have an understanding of what the final outcome will be. For those that were here around about 18 months ago, this is when this topic was first introduced as part of the overall Takaro Avon River program, and we talked then about cost avoidance, and it was in the sort of, Dave can probably get the number right.
For this bit, it's between 8 to 9 million cost avoidance between building the road and also increased engineering if you have to then protect that road with a stop bank.
And the key interface there is the engineered stop bank in that area that sits right on top of the old loop of the Avon River at the moment. If the road does stop and close, we can move that stop bank away from the river, and we get the benefits and the ecological benefits and flood prevention benefits that come from that. So that's essentially what the purpose of this report is to start the process to progress the notification.
Thank you, Andrew. Sam has just jumped up and told me he wants to move it, and Tim said he's more than happy to second it. Are there any questions? Yanni?
It came up at the community board, some concern around, and just to acknowledge all the work that you've done on it, but there was a concern that in regards to if you close the road, then you suddenly get an issue with parking along the river, particularly concerning around the New Dellington landing and that Gloucester Street, Avonside bridge area. So I was just wondering if there's something that we can look at around just ensuring that we understand what their possible impact might be and how we could mitigate that. And for those that don't know, that's basically you park right adjacent to the river. There's no footpath, and you basically either hop out into where the cars go past, or hop out into the riverbank. And this is one of the concerns around parking that was raised through the initial consultation. So there's also been safety concerns that have been raised with me around cyclists, pedestrians around that bridge as well. So I just wondered, is there a process that we could ask staff to do just to make sure that we looked at what those potential impacts were and had a way to address them?
Dave, you might want to comment, but sorry, the bridge you're talking about, is that the Gayhurst Bridge?
Yeah, correct.
It's really a question for transport, and we'll have to raise it with them, because that area is not subject to road stopping, obviously, or closure, but it does have a critical interface with the work that we're doing in the corridor. So, but they remain open roads, and the bridge is obviously going to stay. So it's really an offline topic, I think. But I'm more than happy to take it offline and have that considered. Dave, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, just one thing I'd add is that traffic modelling for page 125, the final point from traffic models was around that risk, and that would be slightly reduced by this proposal, because you'd have less traffic at that intersection. So even though that's sort of outside of the project, they saw benefits there.
Issues raised on page 129, increased risk at surrounding intersections such as Kerrs Road, Wainoni, Avonside Drive, Gloucester Street, Retreat.
Councillor Johansson, just to add, Andrew chairs a multidisciplinary team that stretches across parks, transport and Three Waters, and to make sure that through the working group, Andrew, that you pick those wider issues up as you work through.
Sure.
Please.
Look, it is a really valid point, and the area that the councillor is talking about is quite challenging, and it is a key component of how the city to sea pathway will interface in that area. So I just want to give you the assurance that progressing this will not stop the fact that we'll need to address those issues.
Thank you, Andrew. Kelly?
Yeah, mine was actually along the same lines. I'm totally supportive of the proposal, but just to flag that bridge intersection, I've seen a lot of traffic on the internet about that, concerns around the bridge and people interfacing with that intersection. So just to reiterate what Yanni's saying.
Okay, any more questions? Pauline?
Will cyclists still have access to be able to ride through that area?
Yes, yep. So that'll be delivered partly by the City to Sea project, which will
Go through there?
take cyclists through to Wainoni Landing.
Thank you. So we'll now open it for debate. Anyone got any debate? Okie dokie. I'll now put the motion. All those in favour? All those against? Carried. Thank you. So we're now up to item number 10. Waltham Road marking of cycle lanes between Morehouse and Brougham. Right, we're having a race here. It's, Sarah's moving it and Jake's seconding it. There won't be any questions, I don't think. No debate. So I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Against? Thank you. Carried. And we are 10 minutes early. So,
How it should be.
so we'll have a break. So just because we've done so well, I think we'll come back at about, I don't know, 11:05. Thank you.